Alright, 29. Rock Marciano. Rosebud's Revenge. Never heard of it, bro.
Looks a little corny. I have nothing to say.
A little bit, yeah. Not even a little bit. Ooh, 28 Gold Link. At what cost? I did not listen to this album. Crew blew up.
Yeah, I like Gold Link.
Yeah.
I do. I always like Gold Link. I never knew who he was or where he was going. I always listened to his music like back in the day with like my iPhone 4 days.
Really? He's been around for that long?
Yeah. I know he had a song with Caliuchis. He's gonna go far, and I don't know where he's gonna go with his career. Like as far as like, you know, who he's trying to like replicate in the game.
27 G Perico. All blue.
He has to be Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has to be.
Has to be. If he's blood, that's some crazy shit right there. 26 Taylor Swift Reputation. Oh man, alright. 25 2 Chainz. Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. Yo, I've been hating on 2 Chainz for a minute, but 2 Chainz is that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I respect 2 Chainz, yo. Honestly, like 2 Chainz started a movement with that album title, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, and that trap house is actually in Atlanta. It's real.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Like this pink one?
Yeah, there's a pink trap house in Atlanta. Yeah.
Damn.
I probably it's there. Like he literally created like an actual trap house, and like people go there all the time and take pictures and stuff. It's cool.
That's crazy.
It's cool. So I like how he did. I like how he connected his album and did something like real world. But he's not like your favorite rapper, but like he makes music that you want to bump to. He just does. Like every time 2 Chainz is on a verse, you know the verse.
He's old as hell and he's still rapping.
Right.
2 Chainz, like I remember I looked him up. First of all, he's tall as hell. And he's like 40.
Exactly.
And like I think he's earned his spot as like like the godfather of the grandfather of trap music.
Yeah. Yeah, he's there.
Cause he's getting old.
He's definitely he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of trap music. Yeah. Hey man, 2 Chainz, if you watch this video, just know that my brother Sean Jones is your #1 fan. I promise you on that. I can promise you.
He supports you even in your bad days.
Even on your most horrible verses, Sean Jones was at his side. I promise you. 24 Gucci Mane and Metro Boomin Drop Top WAP.
Metro Boomin had album like everybody this year. Damn.
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't hear too much about his album.
Me neither. I saw this album title. I know it's on my. It probably comes up on my shuffle. This was Gucci's like second album. Gucci dropped like 3 albums this year. He came out of jail hot. He came out of jail ready to drop these albums. He had Drop Top WAP, right? He had Mr. Davis, which was the one with I Get the Bag, and I think Matt Gallo was on that one too. Okay. And this one that he just came out with recently, it was like the one with the glacier on it. I forgot what it's called, but he just dropped.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's fresh. He just dropped the album, and I have to download it, but. He came out with 3 albums this year. Like he's really working.
Word.
You know, I don't know what he's gonna do next year because he gotta hold up that reputation. But he dropped a lot of albums, and I commend him just for that. Yeah. Everyone loved it. So I mean, I haven't heard it, but I think he earned his spot. And there's probably another one on this list too. 23 Freddie Gibbs, You Only Live Twice. Heard the name, never heard the music. Me too. Congratulations.
22 Kodak Black Painting Pictures. Yo, I did not even know Kodak Black came with an album.
He came out with 2 albums too this year. Yeah.
I had no clue.
I think that's just the standard now.
Yeah,
you gotta drop 2 albums a year.
There was a time where even if you drop 1, like you got respect.
Yeah.
So that was like 2, like people got stuff they
People just pushing out content. They're just shitting out everything. They don't even care anymore.
Crazy.
Congratulations, Kodak. Transporting was on his album. Roll in Peace. That's XXXTentacion. Television, I think that was on his other album. I don't think that was on this album. He really grew on me.
Yeah, a little
bit.
That
Television song, he grew on me.
21 Kesha Rainbow.
That's butt.
Is she butt nigga?
Yeah,
that's ass. Yep. Word. Alright, Kesha.
I see you.
Kesha, I think Kesha been going for a minute.
I didn't even know she dropped the album.
Me neither. Had no clue.
But congratulations.
20 Rick Ross, Rather You Than Me. I heard some songs of this album, but based on what I heard, this was a really good album. When this album came out, there was a lot of people jagging it, a lot of people on it, a lot of people posting songs on Snap, on their stories, on Instagram. This album had a lot of clout when it was out. It had a lot of good features too. He had a lot of good people on the album. And you know, Rick Ross has respect in the game, yo. Like he's he hasn't really gotten into a lot where people can be like, yo, I don't like Rick Ross. Like, he seems like he has one of those phone call relationships kind of thing with people. Like, yeah, you want to be on this song. Like, same thing with Jeezy, you know, like, it's just respect, you know.
So I definitely respect him. He has that one song, another album that I think is probably going to be on this list. Action Bronson's album, Blue Chips?
Action Bronson.
Or is it 7,000? Something like
He
that?
did come on an album this year.
Yeah, it's the blue one. Blue Chips, 7,000 is one of those things.
Right.
But Rick Ross talking about Birdman, how Birdman was a shitty person for like what he did to Wayne and like what he's doing to the rest of the people on his label and stuff like that. And I definitely earned a lot of respect for Ross just because I don't remember any real songs that I bumped. Like I remember all the hood songs, but I never really knew Rick Ross as like a rapper. He's always been funny. He's always been like cool, you know. He's always been one of those people that I want to be my uncle. Uncle Rick, Uncle Ross, either one sounds cool. I totally would want Rick Ross giving me a gift
exactly
on my birthday.
Right, that's right.
But I haven't heard this album, but congratulations, Rick.
19, Calvin Harris. Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1.
This album was popping. I always loved Calvin Harris, but this took it over the top. All the features, you know, just everyone like was just having fun. He had a lot of fun making this, I could tell. And like he's very happy ever since, you know, his whole thing with Taylor, his whole falling out with Taylor. He's always made music that I could dance to, or like always music that like
he makes fun music.
Yeah, that could like, you know, run your summer. Even when it's wintertime. Like I always think about, you know, just the summertime or just songs that you be on the beach and listen to, or songs that you go on a road trip to. I'm surprised I forgot about this album. It came out such a long time ago.
It did.
Yeah, but like,
Calvin Harris is dope. Is this the one that had Slide on it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that song.
You should definitely like listen to more of that album. That Young Thug track.
Tough. Ooh, Joey Badass. 18, Joey Badass, All American Badass. I didn't hear it. I honestly did not hear this album. He does have one song with Cole on it I heard. I think it's called Legend. Yeah, I like that song.
I've heard his single more, 500 Bands and Front and Center. I don't know if those were this year, but I didn't hear his album, but I heard those tracks. Ooh, do you know what this is?
I do not. Kelela, is that what it is?
Kelela.
17, Kelela. Take Me Apart.
I found her out this year. I went to a club in New York called House of Yes. I think it's a pretty old song. It's a blue cover title or something like that. I became a fan. You know, the dark-skinned goddess Kelela.
She has gray hair. She, according to that picture, she has gray hair.
Haven't heard this album, but it's 17 on this list, so I think it definitely.
That's pretty low, and for me to never hear her, that's a little crazy. 16, A Boogie with the Hoodie, the bigger artist. I can't complain with that spot, yo. This is my story with A Boogie. I actually went to an A Boogie concert in PA. He came to like a stage that was like right around the Poconos where my friend lives. That concert was when I realized how good A Boogie actually is. And A Boogie can actually rap. Before that concert, I was like, yo, A Boogie's just another hood rapper. And he's from the Bronx, so respect. I'm from the Bronx. Respect. It's always been respect. But before that, it was like, yo, A Boogie's just another hood rapper. I went to the concert, I saw him live, and there's something about seeing people live that changes your perspective of them. Because you actually see the artist instead of just hearing their music. You see them. A Boogie can rap. A Boogie has a certain type of style that he's created in his music that he's kind of like perfected. And on his album, he perfected it. This is a good album. If you haven't actually got, like, gave a listen to this album, I would say do it.
So you're saying it deserves a spot?
I gotta see what goes after it. I have to. Because that honestly depends on the rest of the list. Okay. I can definitely say that this was a good album. I can't say it was bad.
Never heard this album, but
it's a good album.
I like the.
And I can say he's progressing. He didn't go backwards, and that's why I always respect that artist. You know, this album was definitely better than the one he put out before.
Nice. So. Was Drowning on this one?
Yeah, Drowning, Say I. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good album. A Boogie with it. BX, you heard? Number 15, Future, self-titled Future. Everybody knows this album, Mask Off. Blew that.
This album cover is scary.
It is. I have no clue what's going on.
This looks reckless.
Yeah.
I love it. And like even the parental advisory is dope.
Right.
This is different.
Yeah.
I love it. I think I like the other one better. Hendrix?
Yeah, I like Hendrix better.
Definitely took over like this year. Everyone
took over,
you know.
Song of the year.
Molly Percocet.
Song of the year, yeah.
The memes.
Hands down, song of the year.
Everyone singing it. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't win anything for that this
year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised too.
I'm really surprised. And he must be depressed about that. Because he raps a lot about it. So I hope Future, I hope you're alright. But
hey man, Future making money.
You make dope music, yeah.
Future making money, yeah. Number 14, Vince Staples. Big Fish Theory.
I'm not surprised that it's on this high on the list.
Really? Did you hear this?
No. I've heard this album and I think it was amazing. This made me question the way that I listen to music. When he released this album, I first heard it on Spotify. He didn't have anyone featured on the track list, so you just had to listen, right? And I gave it a chance. I gave the album a chance, and I think there's a second track. I think Juicy J was on it. There was a secret track with Kendrick on it, and then there was another track with Kilo Keish on it. A whole bunch of dope people and like new people, you know. And it made me question if your favorite rapper was on an album, but you didn't see the names on the track list. Like, would you be able to distinguish his voice? Like, would you know who that person is?
Right.
And that made me question things. So, I mean, this album did a lot for me as far as just how I listen to music and, you know, just looking for people who are experimenting and not just spurting out bullshit and, like, having the same voice as everyone else.
The first time I heard him actually was on Janae Aiko's album, Sail Out. The one that blew her up, the one that had the worst on it. He was on her first song on that album, and I loved that. That EP was amazing. She was on that song, and that's when I first heard him. I was like, yeah, this guy's good. But it's crazy that you say that, because Logic's album, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's on here. The last song has a secret J. Cole verse at the very end.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feature him. Like, it doesn't say it. Number 13, Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom. I want to give this a listen, yo. I really do.
Me too.
I really do, because obviously we probably know Rhapsody from the same place, from Kendrick. What was it? What was the song? It's on the Butterfly.
I know what you're talking about. It was on the end of If I'm My Loved One.
Yeah, it's about the color of your skin. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's like,
color of skin, color of your eyes.
Yeah, right.
For complexion.
Complexion, there we go. Complexion. She
love.
Killed that verse. That was like my introduction to her, and she's dope. I like Rhapsody, yo. She's like one of the only female rappers who's like still giving.
We're getting a lot of female rappers coming up.
We are, but I don't want to say she's actually rapping, because people are rapping, but like, I don't know. She's very original.
Yeah.
She's very original, you know? She's very MC Light, that type of female rap, you know what I'm saying? She's that. You know what I'm saying?
One of the OG hip hop rappers.
Exactly.
Yeah, like not the new stuff.
Number 12, Charlie XCX, Number One Angel. I've heard of her, never heard of the album.
Me neither.
What about you?
I have nothing to say, but this is very red and I like it. I love it.
11, Sid, Finn.
That's weird because I was looking through my
You said it came out last year, right?
I thought it did. That did come out this
2017.
year. I had thought it came out last year because I thought about working at the Cage because I was in the Cage and I downloaded this album and I listened to it. And Nothing to Something. Nothing is what it was. That song, man. I had that on repeat forever.
Really?
And that was an amazing track. I think this is like her first standalone album, and she hit the ground running. Definitely earned a spot. I don't think it fits anywhere else on this list except 11. I almost went to see her in concert. I almost bought meet and greet tickets, so I almost met her, but I couldn't go. That was disappointing, but
I've heard of her. I've never heard his album though. But the way you're talking about it, I gotta give it a listen.
And it's only 10 tracks. I love how concise it is too. It's very like to the point.
Yep.
And I love that too. Drake, number 10, More Life.
More Life. You don't know it.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna skip this. One, because this says best albums 2017, and Drake clearly stated that this was not an album, it was a playlist. And for that, you're getting skipped. Daniel sees, even though you don't want to skip it, do you? You want to talk about it, do you?
Yeah, we gotta talk about it. That's More Life.
Yeah, let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
We're making a session for Drake.
Yeah.
More Life, a playlist by October Firm. More Life.
More tune for your head top.
So watch it speak on my name.
You know.
Yo, More Life was amazing. I think he was teasing us with Views.
Yeah.
Views was like the foreplay. He teased with like One Dance and Too Good, like the poppy like Caribbean music, and then he really just went all for it in More Life. And I really can say that Drake is finally making the music that he wanted to make, like with More Life. And I think his next album is gonna give you all that and like hardly any. Like I think on features is when the only time we're gonna hear Drake rap.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me sad when I hear More Life. When I think about More Life now, I get really sad because I don't know, I feel like we've lost like a certain type of Drake. Like those times of old Drake, like when you listen to old Drake, it makes you even sadder. Yeah, because we don't have that Drake anymore.
He's been gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
And like I'm glad he's happy. I'm glad he's making music that he wants to make. But More Life was great. You know, Passion Fruit is such an amazing song. it hits here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love More Life. I love Views. I love Drake, and I can honestly say I miss him right now. You haven't really heard much from Drake. Like after he dropped this, he kind of just he went away.
Yeah.
You know? He was on a couple features, but other than that, I haven't heard Drake in a while.
I can say that I did enjoy Views more than More Life. Maybe because of the fact that Views had more rap on it. But More Life was a perfect example of how many genres of music Drake can do. How many styles he can put his voice into. Like, it's amazing. Like, honestly, like Drake is doing something that the music game has never seen before. Whether you hate on him or not, he's revolutionizing music. This one person has stepped into so many different genres and styles of music. Like, nobody has done that in the past. Everybody we usually respect has perfected their area. And that's respect, of course. Like, obviously, do the best you can in what you do. But Drake is doing the best in a lot of areas. And to that, you gotta take your hat up to him, man. Like, More Life was a good album. I can definitely say that. More Life was a good album, man. Playlist by October Firm. But yeah, respect to Drake, respect to the whole OVO team. Drake is literally the LeBron of the music game. Like, he's just one of those guys who like just really not losing. The reason why he has a lot of hate is because of that. Like, it's hard to admit that he's doing his thing. He's staying low and he's staying humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake is a really secretive guy. And I can't blame him for that, because I don't know if I was at that level, I might be the same exact way. Because, you know, all the attention it's a lot.
I'll say one last thing about More Life. There's so many different phases in More Life. Like, Views was, because I read an article once, and I remember, I don't know if Drake, this is a quote from Drake or someone else from Canada, but they were saying listening to Views was like starting off the winter, then heading to the summer, and then ending off on winter again, because that's Canada. You have 2 seasons, summer and winter. Keeping that in mind when you listen to Views, it's a different experience. It's like you hear it, like you hear it speed up and then it goes cold again. But like listening to More Life, the playlist, I feel like it could be in parts, like a side A type B type thing. Well, that's all we got for you guys right now. If you want to see more, please click part 3, because we got a lot more things to say and a lot more things to do. And I know you want to know what's on this list, and I know you didn't read it yourself because you don't know how to read. So please click part 3. It's gonna be up here,
right there,
or up here,
or right there.
One of them shits.
Click it.
Nothing's into something, and I listened to that song. Nothing into something. Nothing's to something. But you know, mask off. But I always dig Doug.